Aria lived for the shimmer, the way light played tricks on the eye. Her apartment overflowed with curious objects, each one a testament to the deceptive nature of reality. Crystal prisms scattered rainbows across the walls. Antique mirrors reflected distorted visions of a world just slightly askew. She collected illusions like others collected stamps or butterflies, each one a fleeting moment, captured and preserved. Whispers followed her through the city's shadowed alleys. They called her a sorceress, a dream weaver, a mirage collector. Aria embraced the mystery. It kept the curious at bay, and the curious often made the mistake of confusing curiosity with understanding. She preferred the company of her illusions. They never demanded explanations, never questioned her motives. They simply existed, shifting and shimmering in the spaces between perception and reality. Her apartment wasn't an apartment at all, not in the traditional sense. It was a labyrinth, a testament to the twisting pathways of the mind. Rooms flowed into one another, defying logic and reason. Hallways stretched impossibly long, ending in unexpected vistas or secret alcoves. Mirrors lined the walls, reflecting and distorting, creating an infinite regression of possibilities. A visitor could easily lose themselves in the maze of her design, trapped in a never-ending hall of mirrors. Aria liked it that way. It weeded out the faint of heart. Only those who embraced the unknown, who delighted in the disorientation, ever found their way to her inner sanctum. The centerpiece of her collection, the one treasure she prized above all others, was the window. Not a window in the conventional sense, but a swirling vortex of colored glass. It dominated an entire wall, a kaleidoscope of fractured light and shifting landscapes. Landscapes that breathed and pulsed, transforming with the changing light. One moment it might reveal a sun-drenched meadow, butterflies dancing on the breeze. The next, a snow-capped mountain range, stark and unforgiving against a stormy sky. Aria could lose herself for hours, watching the world unfold within its shimmering depths. It was a constant reminder that reality was a fluid thing, ever shifting, always open to interpretation. The rumors about Aria were many and varied. Some whispered that she was a witch, drawing power from the illusions she collected. Others claimed she was a thief, stealing moments of joy and sorrow to fuel her strange obsessions. The truth, as always, was more complicated. Aria wasn't a witch, nor was she a thief. She was an architect of perception. She understood the fragile nature of reality, how easily it could be molded and reshaped. Her illusions weren't stolen, they were crafted, painstakingly woven from the fabric of imagination and desire. Each one a testament to the power of belief, a reminder that what we perceive as real is often nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion. He arrived on a night when the city throbbed with a restless energy. The air crackled with unspoken anticipation, as if the very buildings themselves were holding their breath. Aria felt it too, a tingling at the edge of her senses, a premonition of change. He didn't knock, but simply materialized in her doorway, as if he'd stepped out of the shadows themselves. Tall and gaunt, with eyes that glittered like obsidian in the dim light. He carried a briefcase, unremarkable except for the way the metal seemed to writhe and flow like liquid mercury. "I believe you have something that belongs to me," he said, his voice a low, melodic rumble. Aria didn't need to ask what he meant. She knew instinctively that this stranger, this harbinger of change, had come for her, or rather for something she possessed. The briefcase pulsed with an inner light, casting flickering shadows across the stranger's face. He placed it on a table, the metal sighing softly as it settled. When he opened it, the air shimmered, thick with the scent of ozone and something else. Something ancient and unknowable. Inside, nestled in velvet lining, lay a collection of vials, each one filled with a swirling, iridescent liquid. They pulsed with a life of their own, like miniature galaxies caught in an eternal dance. Memories, the stranger explained, his voice barely a whisper. But not memories of the past. Memories of what might have been, of futures that never were. Aria stared at the vials, mesmerized. Each one a potential reality, a glimpse into 1,000 different lives she might have lived. The stranger had come to collect those possibilities, to reabsorb them, to restore the balance of what was and what might have been. As night deepened, the line between reality and illusion began to blur. The stranger's presence had a disorienting effect. It was as if he carried with him a kind of gravitational pull, warping the very fabric of her carefully constructed world. Shadows danced in the corners of her vision, whispering secrets in languages she couldn't quite grasp. The reflections in her mirrors took on a life of their own, their eyes following her every move. Even the kaleidoscopic window seemed to pulse with a strange, unsettling energy. The landscapes shifting more rapidly, the transitions becoming jarring, disorienting. Aria found herself questioning her own perceptions. Was she losing herself in the stranger's illusions? Or was he simply revealing a deeper truth, one that she had long sought to deny? The stranger stayed for what felt like an eternity, though it could have been only a few hours. Time, in Aria's world, had a way of bending to her will. He spoke little, but his presence was a weight in the room, a constant reminder of the power he wielded. Before he left, he took one last look around her apartment, his gaze lingering on the kaleidoscopic window. "A beautiful collection," he murmured, a hint of sadness in his voice. "But even the most elaborate illusion cannot last forever." And then he was gone, vanishing back into the shadows as easily as he'd arrived. Leaving Aria alone with her thoughts, her illusions, and the lingering feeling that something fundamental had shifted within her. After the stranger's visit, Aria's world felt strangely quiet, empty. The illusions remained, of course, but they seemed somehow less vibrant, their colours muted, their movements subdued. She found herself drawn to the kaleidoscopic window more than ever. Lost in the ever-shifting landscapes, she searched for answers, for a glimpse of the stranger and the world he inhabited. The vials of liquid mercury were gone, but the memory of them lingered, a constant reminder of the infinite possibilities that existed beyond the veil of perception. Aria realized then that the stranger hadn't taken anything from her. He had given her a gift, the gift of doubt. The understanding that reality was not a fixed point, but a fluid, ever-changing tapestry woven from the threads of our own perceptions, and that sometimes the most beautiful illusions were the ones we created for ourselves.